Okay, so like the last tutorial, we're going to use animations in Google Slides, but this time we're going to hand draw. We're going to animate the objects themselves, which is a little different than bringing in photos from the research tool. It's almost like creating a flip book, and then by using a screencasting tool, we can add audio to it and make it a video. So some of the things you've learned in the last one with animation will come in handy, but the hand drawing, it's a little different. Now, normally I would like to draw my Chromebook using Pixlr, which I can draw nice characters and it's much smoother. But in Google Slides, the reason we want to use the scribble tool and draw right in here, I have, again, a bamboo tablet that I can draw with, and I click scribble. The reason is because each thing I draw, like for instance the head there, is an object. And so remember the objects that each piece we can move. So now I'm going to make sure I'm on scribble, and I'm going to draw the body, and I'm going back to scribble, and I'm going to draw the legs. And so you want to be, every part that's separate will be able to move separately. Now if something is connected, it's not going to move separately. And if I want to move all of his body parts, I want them separate pieces. So again, here I'm going to draw all of his extremities separate. Again, there's shapes. You can also use shapes, which are nice, like a little head up itself if you want to draw your own. You didn't want to draw the head. Again, I don't claim to be an artist, but and again, I'm going to hit Control C and copy that eye, and then Control V to paste it. That way I don't have to redraw it. And again, you can change the fill color if you wanted different colors, and playing around with the different characters. So again, scribble, and I can have the mouth. And now for a hat, I'd like to use shapes. You could make your whole character with just shapes if you wanted to, but I sort of like hand drawing it. I'm gonna make that, and so I want a little. I'm gonna move that, and I want a little rim around it. And so this is kind of handy. Now, as you see from this rim, it's sort of in front of it, and you really want it behind it. So again, right click, and I jumped it. Let's see, here we go. If you click that object, right click, which is 2 fingers, go to order and send it to the back. And then I'm going to change the color, so it's the same color. And so there it fits, but his eye's up here, and that should come down a little bit. So there, okay. So now we have the little character, and again, I want to have his little dancing stick, so a line. And if you click like that for the line, it's awfully thin. You can make it thicker with the weight. So there we go. Okay, so we have our little character, and we want to be able to animate him. And to do that, so I'm going to leave this right there. I'm going to copy the slide. So it's like a flip book, duplicate it. And on this one, if I just move a little piece of him and move it up, I'm over, and say I want to have this foot come up. Again, you just take the round thing, and then you have to, I use the arrow keys on my Chromebook to move these around. So now if you go from here to here, you see how he's moving. And then I might want to, you could actually copy this slide. If you go to slide, again, if I duplicate it, see I put it right below it, but if I alternate it, so now if I go like this, and you can see where he is each time, it's going to animate him. Now, I can also, I want to have this cracker in there. So if I click on the cracker, which I should have copied earlier, it just would have made it a lot easier. And Control V, again, you're going to move it to the back, send to the back, and same here. I should have done that before I made those. So remember, if you want something in every slide, do it the first time. Let me put this in, and again, I'm going to put it back. So order, send to the back. So then I can move it down or wherever it should be. Now I could continue copying those, but another thing and also maybe just duplicate this slide, and then just again move a different object that I wanted to, his stick and maybe his arm. Here we go. And he might also want to spin. So here I go, this. Those are subtle movements. They're not large movements. If you wanted a larger movement, you might highlight all of him, right click, well, let's see, gotta make sure he's all selected. Let's see if I can do this. Right click, there we go, and you get group. So now he's one object. So if I go to insert and I animate that object, now right now he's on fade in, and I really would rather he not fade in. I just want him to appear and after previous, and so make sure, and now I'm going to add an animation. Instead of fade in, I'm going to have him spin and after previous. So I'm going to hit play, and so he's spinning. I did want him to spin the other way. Let's see if there's a choice with the spin. If I click on spin, slow, fast, well, I guess not, but that's, you know, the other thing I could do now too, I could have him, I'm going to make a copy of the slide. Again, thinking of duplicate, flip books. Instead of spin on this one, I'm going to actually have him fly, let's see, fly to the right, fly out to the right, and then in fast. And so now I'm going to, let's see how it looks. Present. If I click through it, he's dancing a little bit, and he's spinning, and he flies out to the right. And again, I think I would play a little bit with what's happening here, because he appears, he flies out to the right. Instead of just appears, I'm going to get rid of that because he should be there anyway. I don't want him to be gone. And again, thinking of the transitions between the slides, you don't, for this type of, I wouldn't necessarily have transitions because it's more of a flip book. So what happens now when you publish it, I'm going to go to File, Publish to the Web. Here I want it advance every second because you really want it faster, and restart. So now if you send someone this link, I'm going to copy that and paste it up here. It should advance on itself once you hit the first step. There you go. And every second, oh, I hit stop, sorry, there we go. So every second it's doing his thing and he dances out. I'm going to go back here now on the publishing. If I embed it, what I want, again, I just want a small one. I want every second, and I want to start and show. So now I'm going to copy this, Control C. I'm going to go to my website. Sorry, here we go. I'm going to edit my website. And let me go back down to the bottom. Close that. Excuse me. It's a little slow. There we go. I thought I was on edit. Let me hit edit again. A little sound effects here. Okay, so now I'm in the bottom frame. I'm going to click HTML because I copied the code. And I'm going to update, and I'm going to save the page. So now what we should see is the slideshow, the Google slideshow, and it should, once you hit it, it started on its own, and every second it's the little characters moving between one slide to the next and spinning and then sliding out. Now you could again play with it so there's no blank, and it should restart over after the last. I would put him in, I forgot to put him in the last slide, but it starts over on its own. So now let's try putting some sound onto that. So here I am in the, well actually let me go back and put him, this character. Let's highlight him. Copy, again, you want to copy, control everything, Control C. And at the end, I want him in there. So I'm going to move him down a little. So there he is. And maybe I want him to, again, this time, animate. I want to actually, sometimes it doesn't give the animation itself. Let's try that. Go down. Insert animation. There we go. So he's fading in on click. Well, I don't want it. I want it after previous. And I don't want him, I actually don't even want him. I want him to be there. The animation. Okay, no transition. The end. I don't want it fading in. I just want it there. I'm sorry about that sound. And here I might want him again to fade out or fly out. Maybe let's let him zoom. We'll have him spin again. So let's do that. And now, okay. So now I'm going to go back. I want to present the slide and just see. Oh, I'm on 7, so I don't want to. Let's start at the beginning. So here we are, slide 1. Hit play, and it's going through every second. I would make the movements a little bigger so it looks like something's happening. And again, the slide 6, he slides out and just appears. So again, you can see what happens. Something happened on slide 6. Oh, fly out to the right. That's okay. So now I want to add sound. And to do that, I'm going to use a Screencastify, which is a tool that you can get in the Chrome Web Store. So let's look at that. So if I go here, I'm going to the Chrome Web Store. Let me go back to the beginning. Here we are. And if you, again, it's a little slow. Here we go. So you type in Screencastify. You'll see this app right here. It's an extension, Screencastify. Now I've already have it. It would say free if you don't have it. Click on free, and then you want to allow it to have access to your Google Drive. Once you click on that, and it will appear. There'll be a little icon at the top of your bookmark bar, your URL right in your browser to get it started. And once you click on that, it will record whatever you are doing on your computer screen. So what I do is it's installed. I have it installed. And when I go to present, let me close this one and back up here. I think I had 2. So I will go to present. I'll actually present it, then turn on, as soon as I'm ready to present, before I hit present, I'll turn on Screencastify and just the audio and screen recorder, and I'll play through my presentation, and it's recording as I'm doing it, and I will have audio and sound being recorded as I present it, and just like we did. You're singing, you have audio playing in the background, it's recording. The end, you hit escape to stop, then you stop Screencastify, and after you hit stop recording, it will ask you to save the video to your Google Drive or YouTube, and then it will save it as a video, and you can again insert that into whatever website you have or share it with others as a video with sound. So I'm going to save this video, and if you have any questions, just contact me, and we can send some more tips out. And I'd love to see some ideas of using Google Slides animations that you have, and stay in touch.